Welcome back to the Mālama Rituals Show. Today, I want to share a story that has been such a big part of my next chapter. And that, my friends, is the launch of my new business, Mālama Rituals. So, I gave myself 90 days to build this business from scratch. And let me tell you, this business was far from perfect. I felt like I was on a roller coaster ride, like all day long. 1 minute I'm up, 1 minute I'm down. But being that this is not my first business, I already knew what it was going to be like. But within 48 hours of the launch, I was so shocked that basically everything sold out. And I don't say that to brag. I say that to show you that, like, what happens when you give yourself permission to start, even if it is messy. And that for me was the whole thing. And I thought, give myself 90 days. And you know what? It's going to be so imperfect. And I'm so ready for it. So, if you've been sitting on a dream or if you've been like waiting for the right moment, I hope this episode reminds you that your time is right now. Don't sit in it and think like, I wish, like I don't want to wish, I want to be doing. And so I'm going to take you along on the vision why Mālama Rituals was born. So, for me personally, have my morning rituals and my evening rituals. And that for me is a way for me to just come home to myself. And I wanted women to have daily rituals that grounded them, that reminded them to come home to themselves every single day. I am a wife, I'm a mom, I'm a grandmother, I have multiple businesses. And there are days that I just feel like I'm pulled in so many directions. But when I start and end my day with my morning rituals, I just feel so much more aligned. And so I wanted to create a company that I named Mālama Rituals, and Mālama means to care for. So it's basically rituals to care for yourself. And that I wanted you to have your own daily rituals that ground you for you to come home to yourself. So I created a lotion candle, and it basically is all these luxurious butters and oils. It's basically a lotion in a candle form. And one of my rituals is I shower by candlelight. So I light this candle, I put it on the counter, and I turn the light off and I shower by candlelight. And it is the most relaxing thing I do for myself every single day. So think of it as like your own little home spa. Like going to the spa can get pricey, and I don't have a lot of time. So I live in La I don't have a lot of time to drive to a town, to go to a spa, or to go to Turtle Bay. Things can get very pricey. But what I can do for myself every single day is I know I'm going to shower. Every single day I'm going to shower. I can light this candle before I jump in the shower. I can jump in the shower and have so much gratitude for my body. And as I age, I can tell things are changing. So I'm 51 years old. Things are changing that I was like, what in the heck is happening here? So like I can tell that the skin on my hands are changing, or like the skin on my neck. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, you know, things are changing, but like I actually enjoy aging, and I didn't want to have this relationship with my body where I look at it with disgust. Like I look at it and be like, oh, my hands, or oh, my arms, or oh, my neck. I wanted to age with love for myself and for my body, because this body is the longest relationship you will be in. This relationship with yourself is the longest relationship that you will have your entire life. It's longer than the relationship with your parents, with your siblings, with your spouse, with your own children. This relationship with yourself, you can never run away from this relationship with yourself. And so for me, I wanted to have love for myself. I wanted to age, and I wanted to look at my hands and look at my body with so much gratitude and so much love. And so the daily rituals that I do, so the evening one is I light the candle, I shower, and then when I'm done showering, I put my pajamas on, and then I pour this lotion. It's like it's warm at that point because it's been lit for like maybe 15 or 20 minutes. And then I pour it on my legs or on my arms, or I pour it into my hand. And I massage my legs and I massage my arms and my hands. And I look at my hands and I have so much gratitude for my body at that point. And so I thank my legs for all the things that we've done for the day and for holding me up. And I thank my hands for all the things that I got to create. I look at my arms and I thank my arms for the people I got to hug that day. And I look at my face, and as things are starting to change and I can see these like fine lines and stuff, and I'm actually okay with it. I look at it and I think like, oh, you're 51 and the beautiful life that you got to live, and so I created Mālama Rituals because I want you to have a beautiful relationship with yourself also. And I also wanted it to feel intentional, and I wanted it to feel like a little piece of Hawaii is with you daily. And so that's why I created Mālama Rituals. It's for me, it's for you, it's for all the women that need to come home to themselves every single day. The other thing also is I have zero background in making candles or making soaps. So my friend Brittany, she owns Amime matcha, which is like the best matcha on this earth. It's so yummy. But Britt had told me, she's actually the one who gave me the idea before. So I went to her office, she taught me. And while she was teaching me, she was like, you know what would be so cool is if you made a lotion candle. Or no, she called it a massage candle. She said, if you made a massage candle. And I was like, girl, no, because a massage candle to me sounds very kinky. And to be honest, I feel like if I told my husband I have a massage candle, that man's going to probably think he's going to have a happy ending every single day, every time I light that candle. And I was like, nope, that is not going to happen. So I changed the name to a lotion candle because it was more about me. It was like a lotion candle that I wanted to use to like lotion my body. And yeah, maybe I could have kept the name massage candle, but I don't know. I just felt like lotion candle didn't feel so kinky. Anyway, um, yeah. So basically, I basically had no background in candles besides that one little class I took with Britt, which was like a 1 hour class. And then I decided, I was like, oh, I want to make soaps. Like, I want to make soaps that help me with my daily rituals, that help me cleanse my body and give thanks to my body. And so I just went on the deep end and I just learned everything I needed to learn about candles, about soaps, about lotion candles. I think to myself, I become so obsessed that it's slightly scary. I was so crazy obsessed and I still am. Like, dude, if I wake up 3 o'clock in the morning and like if I'm wide awake and my husband's not up yet, I am on YouTube watching all the soap videos or all like I'll lay in bed or if I get up to pee at 1 a.m. and I'm just like, okay, let me like I have this idea, let me start journaling, let me start looking this up. And it gets crazy where I think to myself, like, girl, you better get to bed because you got to wake up super early. So I need to put my obsession like on a time limit. Like if it's like 1 in the morning, I'm like, I cannot, like, I need sleep. So I want to also talk about I gave myself 90 days and why 90 days. So for me, 90 days was short enough to stay focused, but long enough to actually create something without giving me too much space to overthink. So 90 days for me was enough for me to stay focused on the big things that was moving the needle. I didn't have time to look like to focus on like all the little things. So here's an example. I ordered these glasses, this vessel that I absolutely love. And that's what I put my lotion candle in. But the freaking company that ships it to me, it's literally glass in a little plastic bag in a box with tape. Like they don't put the foam, they don't put the peanuts, like they don't protect the glass. So every single time I order, I know only 30% of it is probably going to survive being shipped because 70% of it ends up being cracked. So with that being said, I always only have a small amount of glasses that actually make it to me. But it didn't give me enough time to overthink and sit in the negativity of it. So it's like a roller coaster ride. Like building a business truly is a roller coaster ride. You jump in, you buckle up, and you're up 1 minute, you're down 1 minute, you're up 1 minute, you're down 1 minute. That's the balance of it. I don't have time to sit when things go wrong. Like I need to just basically make a decision and I need to move. Regardless what decision it is it the right decision? Is it the wrong decision? Everything's basically 50-50. Like I don't know if it's the right decision or the wrong decision. I just need to make a decision and I need to go. And so for me, that's where I was like, all right, decision made. I need to keep rolling. I need to keep rolling. And also, the mindset piece of it is instead of beating myself up, I gave myself grace. And I went into this knowing things are going to go wrong and it's going to be messy and it's going to probably fail at a lot of stuff. But I don't care. I'm just going to keep on moving. And I think that that's in life, right? You're not on top all the time. Everything is like a 30%. So 30% of the time you're up, 30% of the time you're like in this middle of, things are going all right, and 30% of the time you're down. But if you know that balance, basically it's 33. So 33% of the time you're up, you're in the middle, or you're down. And you just need to know that when you're down, you just need to know that you're going to get out of it very soon, as long as you don't just sit in it. So let's talk about the launch. The launch went so well. Like it shocked me how well it went. I was so nervous. Like this is what I thought. I thought I'm going to create all these things and I'm going to put it up online for sale and perfect because I've been working so hard for 90 days that it's going to give me time to just sit back and then kind of just relax for a little bit. But basically, everything sold out in 48 hours. Every single thing I created was gone in 48 hours. And I was like, oh shit. Like, I need to get back in the kitchen again and start I need to get back in my lotion lab over here and start creating more things. But it's the same thing again. So, I'm learning about production, I'm learning about formulation, I'm learning about all these things. But I'm also learning how to deal with vendors because I need to order things at a certain amount of time because in Hawaii, all the things either come by air, which is super expensive to ship, or it comes on the boat. And when it comes on the boat, we're talking like a month. Like it takes a month or longer for me to get a lot of my products. And so I needed to buy products and I needed to just get into it without holding on to this story of oh, it's not working. Like, oh, my glasses are cracked. Like, oh, everything's taking a long time. I was just like, in this moment, what can I do? And I want you to ask yourself that too. Like when you're going through life and things don't work out the way how you planned, ask yourself that one question. In this moment, what is the best thing I can do right now? And for me, that just helped me all right, in this moment, I'm just going to email this company, get the ball rolling. I don't have time to sit here and wonder and be sad about it. Don't, what's that one saying? Don't cry over spilt milk. So don't cry over your candle glasses arriving cracked, even though you waited 6 weeks for this stuff to get to you. I just needed to keep the ball moving. When everything sold out in 48 hours, it truly was shocking to me. But that moment showed me that women just don't buy products. They buy into the heart and stories behind them. And for me, that was just so important. And I just want to say thank you to every single person who purchased. When I saw the orders coming in, I was like, oh my gosh, it was so exciting. And there was a couple things, we had a little bit a couple bumps in the road, but I just didn't even care. I knew for me that alignment and action works far better than perfection and procrastination. And that right there has helped me so much. Totally was proof that alignment and action. So when you feel aligned to create something and you start taking action, it works way faster than perfection and procrastination because perfection does not exist. And once I knew that, I was like, well, I know this is going to be not perfect and it is okay because I'm going to just start. It's like this podcast. I remember the first couple episodes, I was like, listen, I just need to start because I cannot wait for perfection. Same thing with Mālama Rituals. I just needed to start. I cannot wait for perfection because perfection will never, ever, ever come. So alignment and action works way faster than perfection and procrastination. Dude, I'm like the queen of procrastination. Like you get me in procrastination, like this excitement of building this business is poof, it's gone, it's out the window. And with my ADHD brain, it's like, what was it? I can't get it back. So because I was so obsessed with this, I knew I needed to work so fast. And so I'm going to take you guys on a couple of lessons that I learned about building this business. So, number one, grace is a business tool. Without it, I probably would have quit before even starting. I knew going into this, I needed to give myself grace when things weren't working out, or when things weren't perfect, or when things weren't up to my standard. And so once I gave myself that, I was like, all right, I'm going to just give myself grace and I'm just going to just keep on moving. Number two, done is better than perfect. Like for real, people, done is better than perfect. There are times where I'm like labeling my candles. So I have two things. I have a lotion candle and I have a normal candle, like just a regular candle that you light. So I was labeling everything by hand and like things were crooked. And I was like, damn it. Like when I put the label on, like I could just tell like things weren't like aligned perfectly. But then I thought done is better than perfect. It's not that bad. It's not perfect, but it's not that bad. And you know what? When you're in the middle of not that bad, I think you just need to be able to just go with it. And I was like, all right, I just have to just keep going. Also, number three, your dream doesn't need years to prepare. If you have a dream to create something, you also can start in 90 days. It can totally live in a 90-day cycle of full focus and action. I want you to try it. Whatever your goal is, it could be lose weight, it could be do whatever, it could be paint a picture or start a business or whatever it is. 90 days is just enough for you to stay fully focused and take massive action. And the fourth thing I learned is to trust my gut. If it's on your heart, it is there for a reason. For me, trusting my gut on making certain decisions, I am so used to. So I started my photography business like way back in the day. And when I did photography, a lot of it was like the structure of it. It was like hustle and grind and hustle and grind. And this business is very different. So yes, I do know there's certain things that I need to do to make money. Of course, I need to hustle. Of course, I need to do the grind. But I'm aligned in a different way where I'm creating from heart. And so I'm creating Mālama Rituals from my gut, from my na'au, from my intuition, from my heart. And for me, it's like I welcome whoever decides to purchase from Mālama Rituals. I welcome you in. I don't chase. I'm not trying to look at like, I need the next client. I need the next sale. I need to do like, no, I'm just wanting to create. And for me, it's like this very weird feeling of like, it's like no, I need to have a business and I need to like create all these things. And then the other side of me is like, no, just create and they will come. Just follow your gut. Just follow your na'au. Just follow what feels good to you and create it. Because ultimately, I'm creating it for me, but I want it for you too. So I want you to have daily rituals. I want you to come home to yourself. I want you to try this lotion candle that is so luxurious, especially if you live in very dry places. This candle is so wonderful for you. I want you to be able to live your best life. And I want you to create your daily rituals, whether it is lighting a candle, a lotion candle, or if you don't like the lotion candle, just light a candle and try to just shower with that and just feel what that feels like. Like just feel what it feels like to start your day by yourself with your goals, with your intentions, and just trust your vision. And then end your day the same way with your rituals. End your day coming home to yourself, trusting your vision. It is the greatest thing ever. Maybe I'll do another episode where I go deep into like I call them my AM and PM rituals and what I do. But I feel like this episode is going to be way too long if I go into detail with that. So I want to ask you, what dream have you been sitting on because you are waiting for perfect timing? Because, like I said, perfect timing does not exist. You just need to take action and you need to give yourself grace. Give yourself grace that it's not going to be perfect, that things are going to go wrong, and you're going to be okay with it. So, what if you gave yourself 90 days? And what if you allowed yourself to start messy, to let the learning in, to learn as you go, and to give yourself grace? What if? I want you to ask yourself that. What if? And fill in the blank. Imagine where you will be in 3 months from now. I will say this, I am proud of myself. I am shocked that everything sold out in 48 hours. And I am so very, very, very grateful. So, yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for coming along my journey of starting this business in 90 days. I will have more things in stock very soon, but like I said, with the way things are and like things arriving cracked and only 30% of it surviving and all that stuff, I just have a very, very, very limited of things when I actually do have them. And so if you want, go ahead and go on the website, malamarituals.com, Malama rituals.com, and follow me on social media. I'll keep posting more and more. Thank you so much for listening. I'm so very, very grateful that you are here. And thank you for spending time with me today. I hope this episode encourages you to take the first step, even if it is not perfect. Get out there, girl. Get out there and do imperfect steps, knowing that it's messy. Get in that canoe, and sometimes you're going to fall off, and sometimes you're going to be in, and sometimes you're going to be on the wave, and sometimes you're going to be climbing the wave, and who knows what, all the things, right? But don't give up. Just get out there and get moving.